We're moving along to race number 6 on the card, which goes off at 4 o'clock on the dot, Saturday at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. 1,250 meters, the distance for the 6th race on the card. And this is Hollywoodbets Punters Challenge Middle Stakes. And it looks to be a competitive event over the 1,250 meter trip. And the field will come up for this race, where we have a field of 9 runners to contest the 6th race on the card. And your early favorite, number 1, Street Outlaw, at 7-2 in the market from the Vaughan Marshall Yard, with Samanga Kumalo taking the ride. The horse that I like a bit is number 9, Masked Vigilante. He's trading at 8-1 in the market. Now, I know that he's drawn out wide in gate number 9, but Louis Mkotwa gets a ride once again for the Brett Crawford Yard, and he's a horse that is a winner over the course and distance, as well as the course, 2 runs for 1 win and a 1 fourth. Now, last time out, he would have probably just needed that run a bit, but he now has his 3rd run after a rest. And I think that he's going to strip a much fitter individual for this race. And I expect Masked Vigilante to run an absolute cracker. He is a 4-year-old son of Vercingetorix. And I expect him to do a lot better than what he has shown in his last 4 starts, when beaten 5th, 6th and 6th. So 3-6 in his last 3 starts behind Bonanza, Dean Street and Barney McGrew. But I'm expecting a much bigger performance here from horse number 9 back at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. A horse like number 6, Poltergeist, his course and distance suited, 3 runs, 2 wins at the course for 1 second. Number 3, Silver Falcon, good form, beating Desolate Road last time out. He has his first run back in the Cape after raiding in KZN with Justin Snathan. Silver Falcon, Warren, what do you make of his chances? Do you think he's going to be able to carry 62 kgs to victory here, or is he one that you've shortlisted for trifectas and quartets?
Rahil, as the viewers can hear, you can make a case for a lot of these horses. It's competitive. The average rating is 87. So yes, Silver Falcon has to be respected. He's a type that races fairly handy. He's got a neat draw. Yes, he does have a lot of pudding to carry, but over the 1,250 meter trip, I think that'll be all right. So yes, he's going to have a big chance, number 3, Silver Falcon. Other horses that we need to touch on are number 4, Tchaikovsky, and 5, Dragonfly, the 2 Candace Bass Robinson runners. One's returning from an 88-day rest, the other from a 157-day rest. But you look at Tchaikovsky, just keeps winning. And you look at Dragonfly, he's always the fastest finishing in his races, and he came from the clouds last time. They've got to be respected. But just before I hand back to you to wrap up the 6th race, I've quite liked number 1, Street Outlaw. His debut performance on the 8th of January, yes, it was a long time ago, was good. He really impressed when beating We're Jamming. He's a lovely big colt by Master of My Fate, owned by Ricky Mangard from Mauritius. And then he went on a big break, this horse, and his comeback run, he was obviously in dire need of it. He ran 4th, 5 lengths to Dave the King, and it was reported that he came back blowing, so he would have needed that. No doubt he would have tightened up. I think he's something very special, this horse, Street Outlaw, and the handicappers think so too, because they've slapped him as a 96. I think he's good. I think he's going to have a good season ahead. I like Street Outlaw, but my oh my, as you mentioned, it's a competitive race.
Another horse that can't be not mentioned is number 8, Shifting Path from the Vaughan Marshall Yard. 6 runs for a win, a 3rd and a 4th. So it's a competitive race. I'm going to go the field in terms of those pick 6 and jackpots. I've sort of narrowed down my selections early on to 2 horses in a couple races. So I'm going to play the field in the jackpots and pick 6. Warren, how many numbers for you? Would you also take a stance and go with the field here?
In the 1 perm, I'm probably going to have to put the field, but in the other perm, I'm going to just try and trim it up a bit, Rahil. And horses like Street Outlaw, Tchaikovsky, Dragonfly, your horse, Masked Vigilante, I'm going to narrow it down that way. But it is a field type of race. We wish you all the very best.